Coming up, we're going to talk about upcoming cases, things that we are working on presently. We are also going to discuss a case in Florida that we just learned about, and something we're going to do to help get you guys more involved in these cases. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Steve Stone here, host of the Grimm Truth Podcast. We have a lot to get to, so let's just get right down to business. One of the things that I like to do, is to make sure that when we get inundated with cases, that we start getting and rolling out the flyers and the information that we anticipate will help get the family story out there, as well as get the missing person information out there. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video on Nicole Moreland. She went missing from Texarkana February the 11th of this year. And I'm going to leave you a link in the description below. It's a video that we did on the YouTube channel. And this is a case that this family really needs your help desperately. They reached out to me earlier this week, and they asked me if we could make sure we plaster her poster on the podcast, as well as the Facebook page, and that's what we're doing. So we did a brief story on this. I urge you guys to check it out. Her flyer will be on the Facebook page. Please make sure you share her information so we can help bring her home and help her family out as best we can. It's difficult sometimes when these families are doing so much to hold on to hope that they want to bring their loved ones home, that they'll do anything. And we want to help facilitate that. So this is one of the things that I'm going to start doing more often to help, is start just making sure that we get these cases out there, this information, even before we start the podcast. It's better late than never to get it out to as many as we can. Another case that we're going to be working on is Matthew J. Halley. He went missing from Leon County, Texas, June the 26th, 2021. He's 5'11", 240 pounds with brown hair, blue eyes. I've been in contact with his mom. We are working on this. If you have any information on Matthew's whereabouts, please contact the Leon County Sheriff's Office in Texas. 903-536-2749. That's 903-536-2749. He's a father, a husband. He's missing, and we need your guys' help in locating him. A case we are working on for next week is that of Jane Mutter, who went missing from Cascade, Colorado. This story is very peculiar because Jane was living with some people, knew some people, and out of the blue, she leaves. That's the story. I haven't been able to reach out to these people yet. I have called them. I've called one of the gentlemen by the name of Lonnie Dwayne Young, and I have not been able to reach him. But Jane just went and left. Supposedly got in a car with somebody and took off. However, the next couple of days, they were getting rid of Jane's items to the Salvation Army. I've talked to Jane's sister, and this is a case I am currently working on right now, and we need your help. She's 5'6", 122 pounds, gray hair with brown eyes. If you have any information on Jane Mutter, please contact the El Paso County Sheriff's Office, 719-520-7100. Again, that's 719-520-7100. The case that we're going to be doing tomorrow is part of our Murder to Miss series. Eric Lane. Episode 32 will be tomorrow. Eric was shot and killed in Arkansas, and one of the things one of the things about this case is it's kind of divided a town. You have the family believes that Eric was murdered. However, law enforcement and the gentleman that shot Eric, it was ruled a self-defense shooting. And we've tried our very best to get into the crux of this case and try to see what we think. And what we're trying to offer is we're trying to offer neutral eyes at this. A lot of stories going on, and there's a lot of people in Eric's case that we've wanted to talk to and haven't been able to talk to. We did talk to Sebastian. He's the young man that shot Eric, and he has, of course, a different version of a story than Eric's family, and we want to get to the bottom of what's true, and that's what we do here. And so we're going to be talking about this. This is going to be tomorrow, episode 32 of the Grimm Truth Podcast, Justice for Eric Lane. Now, it's very important that people have an open mind, that when we cover these cases, we're going into looking at these cases, as we see them. And this case has been difficult because we haven't been able to talk to as many people as we wanted to, especially a lot of the people that were there. And we're hoping that airing the podcast as it is, we will be able to get more people involved, get more people willing to talk. And that's just what we're trying to do. Another case in Arkansas is Ashtyn Blake Campbell. This young man was found deceased on a lake on the lake shore there, and this case is troubling because he definitely appears to have been murdered, and the things that I've seen related to this case completely show that that's what happened. There's a woman behind the scenes who was an adult who took this kid in under her wings and seemed to manipulate him and manipulate a scenario that wasn't just for him, and now he's dead. And this is a case that I'm also working on. I'm in close contact with his mother, and we are vehemently trying to get to the truth. And this is a case that we'll be working on in the next couple of weeks. And if anybody in Arkansas has any information on Ashtyn Blake Campbell, you can email me, stevestone@thegrimtruth.com, or message me on Messenger at the Grimm Truth. This is a case that we're desperately looking into, and all hands on deck for that one. I have the privilege of working with a lot of great people. When you do the missing and you work with different various groups, it's like you find new best friends, people that you've never met before. And I am lucky enough to work with some of the best, bravest, and brightest people who are, like myself, advocates, but these are families that have lost a loved one or who have had a missing person, and they literally are the best people in the world. And I was in a meeting last night with Heather Escalante and Scarlett and Julia Fitchett and a bunch of others, and we were working on trying to help the missing. And I met a young woman yesterday who was in the group, and unbeknownst to me, she also has a missing loved one. And her story touched me. I had no clue, and I want to help her. And her husband, Jason, he was last seen in Tallahassee on August the 17th, 2021. He left his hotel room at the Spring Hill Suites off Appalachia Parkway around 1 a.m. in the morning of August 17th, and he hasn't been seen or heard from since. He's a father, a husband. He does suffer from some medical issues. He has an internal cardiac defibrillator, and it is visible under his chest, under his skin on the left side. It's very important that I want everybody to share this flyer, and this flyer will be posted on the Facebook page as well. If you have seen Jason or have any information on his disappearance, please contact the Tallahassee Police Department at 850-891-4200. Again, that's 850-891-4200. There is a reward being offered leading to his return. It's an undisclosed amount. And people should know that missing persons cases, this isn't the lottery. And you should do it because we're good humans and not that we're in for the money. But again, if you have any information on Jason's whereabouts, please contact the Tallahassee PD, 850-891-4200. You can also leave anonymous tips. If you need to, you can remain anonymous as well. Please make sure that you share this, especially all my wonderful people in Florida. The family would greatly appreciate it. I'll be hoping to sit down with Jason's wife in the upcoming weeks and do a podcast on her story as well. The story's been in the news. One of the great things about his case is it has gotten news coverage. People are paying attention. The law enforcement has been wonderful to the family and helpful, as well as other groups, and that's a good thing. It's an outlier from most of the stories that we do cover, but nonetheless, it's getting the attention it deserves, and we want to get it more attention. So please make sure that you check out the Facebook page, which is at the description below, and help share some of these flyers that we're going to be putting out today. Finally, I want to talk to those people involved in Chris Sanders' case. Now, I did a case revelation on Tuesday about Chris's case when it comes to Cody Penny and Payne Carpenter. It's very important for people to understand that when a family member is missing and you get these stories of people that know information, it's very vital that you look inward and try to find it in your heart to do what you can to help people. We live in such a shitty culture where, you don't want to snitch on anybody, or there's loyalties that you're trying to protect. That's one scenario. The other scenario is that you're in fear for your life, or you're afraid that what happened to the person that's missing may happen to you. And I get that, and I understand that. When I call people out, it's because I just can't stand injustice, and I can't fathom people knowing a thing and not saying what they know. Because unless you don't have a soul, why wouldn't you want to help someone? Why wouldn't you want to help a family that's suffering because their loved one's not with them? I don't know if it's the drug mentality or if it's just people are just desensitized anymore and they don't care. But at what cost does it take a person? I mean, if you know something, it's got to eat you up inside. It's got to do something to a person's soul. I firmly believe that if you just look to God and pray about it and realize that, put yourself in the shoes of these families, of Chris's family, little Joe's family, Jacob Weeks' family. Put yourself in those people's shoes, and try to imagine for a moment what you would do, what you would want done. And man, I firmly believe that you would want what is being done now, trying to hold people accountable for discussing a case, whether you're involved or not, knowing a thing, whether you're involved or not, and doing something about it. It's troubling to me. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going away. And I think that a lot of people that are missing right now could easily be found and could be brought home if people would just open their mouths and start talking. And that needs to happen. Finally today, I want to talk to you about something that I want to get you guys more involved. And I feel that there's a lot of interest in a lot of our cases. And with that being said, we want to get your take on what these cases are. So my friend Heather Escalante, who is the daughter-in-law of James Escalante, and she has a group, the World of the Missing, had this wonderful idea about kind of like a round table of people discussing cases we have covered in the past. Not only does this help facilitate my policy on keeping these cases fresh and in the limelight, but also can give other people an opportunity to chime in and give their thoughts, their takes, and opinions and ideas on these cases. Not only the cases, but how we can make things better. So what I'm going to do is we are going to start a weekly show in the distant future where we are going to have a round table of guests, whether it be advocates, professionals, law enforcement professionals, to come on our program via Zoom, virtual, and discuss these cases and put it out there on the YouTube channel. Don't have a name. We don't have a name for it just yet. I may do a poll next week with some of the ideas that we've got, and give you guys some input on what you decide. And but I think this is going to be something that will be groundbreaking, and will get more of you involved. We have almost 5,000 members on Facebook. We have over 1,000 subscribers to the YouTube channel, and I think we need to get more people involved. And I think that by having this round table, and we can also have one of you come on and help talk about the case. I think that would be great. We can have a Grim Guardian come on, along with some advocates, and along with some of these other professionals, and discuss these cases in real time and get other people's thoughts and views on them. And I think it's a great way to keep these cases fresh and out there, so that we're honoring one of our tenets, and that is to keep pounding away on these cases and keep them relevant, so that these loved ones can get some relief and hopefully bring their loved one home. So that's going to be coming up. It's not going to happen right away. It's off in the distance. Hopefully we can do it in the next couple of months. But I wanted to let you guys know this is something that I think is a wonderful idea. And I want to thank Heather for her talking to me about it. I all credit goes to her. I think it's a great idea, and it's something that definitely going to do. But we're going to just kind of baby walk it a little bit, so that way we're not rushing it. We want it to be a well thought out, well planned product. That way it's out there, it's understandable, and people can relate to it. And I try not to do anything rushed, but this is something that I think is going to be a wonderful idea, and an addition to Grimm Media, the Grimm Truth Podcast, and help the missing as well. So I thought I'd let you guys know about that, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Comment. Let me know what you think. Is this something that you would like to be a part of? Is this something you would really like to see. I know we had a lot of votes on the Facebook poll, but let me know in the comment section below and let us know what you think. It's very important. That's going to do it for this video. I'm going to try to do more of these to discuss cases that we're looking into, and also get back to sharing some of the missing persons flyers that you guys put on the Facebook page and get them out to you so that we continue to be a voice for the voiceless and the media for the missing. I'm Steve Stone for the Grimm Truth Podcast and Grimm Media. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.